Good afternoon and welcome to Championship Sunday here at Martin Family Stadium at Albert Daly Field here in Williamsburg, Virginia. The number 1 seed Towson Tigers will be looking for their third straight CAA title as they take on the 2 seed Dukes of James Madison University. I'm Kyle Ray, and you are watching the 2014 CAA Women's Lacrosse Championship here on CAA.TV, brought to you by CAAsports.com. We have got a great matchup between two rivals who had to go to double OT to decide the regular season matchup, in which the Tigers won 12-11, and that eventually decided who got the 1 seed in this very tournament. So after two exciting games on Friday night, we are going to take a look at some of the highlights first from the Towson game against Hofstra. Towson, the 1 seed, obviously taking on the 4 seed Hofstra, and as you saw there, Andy Raymond was the answer for the Tigers. Raymond was able to come up with a hat trick, 3 goals on the day, and a sweet assist here coming from Ashley Rohrbeck as the Tigers were able to finish. But it was quite the battle. The Tigers took a 5-3 lead, and then Hofstra, after an illegal stick call, managed to make the comeback and tie things up under a minute left to play at 5 goals apiece. Obviously, you saw some solid play from goalkeeper Kelsey Donnelly, first-team All-CAA selection for the Tigers this year. She was very dominant in net as she kept them alive and moving forward. As you see there, though, the big goal for Hofstra tied things up, and here is the game winner in the thriller. Andy Raymond, with 8 seconds left, finds the back of the net and puts the Tigers in this championship matchup on Sunday here today. So the Tigers looking to come out strong and see if they can't continue their streak, 2 straight CAA titles, as we take a look at the Towson Tigers getting ready for the player introductions here at Martin Family Stadium. And now we are going to take a quick look at the number 2 seed JMU Dukes as they were able to knock off the 3 seed from Delaware University on Friday night in what was also a very tight matchup. The Dukes were able to come out on top 13-9, and as you can see here, a lot of that was thanks to Amy Roguski. Amy Roguski, the second-team All-CAA selection, had 3 goals and 3 assists, and that was only in the first half alone. So JMU will be looking for her to replicate that and lead this very balanced offensive attack here today against Towson. Also, we're able to see All-CAA rookie Betsy Angel come up big as she also had a hat trick. And there, as we take a look at co-CAA Player of the Year, Steph Finley, finishing strong there. She had 2 goals on the day. Very tight matchup, as we mentioned. JMU went out 10-5 at halftime, and then coming in, the Delaware Blue Hens set up the game plan and clawed their way back. They made it a 1-goal game at 10-9, but then the JMU Dukes turned it on, and thanks to Betsy Angel and Steph Finley there at the end, so we see a goal there from the redshirt freshman Betsy Angel, the JMU Dukes were able to run out that lead and win the game 13-9. So a lot of strong play from Delaware and Hofstra on Friday. Want to commend them on their great seasons. Obviously, it's the first time Delaware was back in the CAA tournament since 2009, and that's always great to see so much diversity in the teams that are competing at the highest level. Now we're taking a quick look at JMU as they are going through the player introductions here in Williamsburg, Virginia. Once again, the 2014 CAA Championships being hosted by the College of William & Mary. And an absolutely great job done this weekend by the staff here at William & Mary, as they have been a great host for the CAA Conference Tournament and both these teams, all 4 teams that have competed here this weekend. So now let's take a quick look at the matchup here today between the Tigers and the Dukes. As we mentioned, this game in the regular season was a very hot contest, went to double overtime to decide who was going to basically be the regular season champions and take the 1 seed in the CAA tournament. Both teams finished 4-1, so they shared the regular season title, and now this is going to be all for all the glory here today. For Towson, the Tigers with that big last-second goal from Andy Raymond in the semifinals. The CAA Co-Player of the Year was all over it with a hat trick, and Ashley Rohrbeck had 3 assists in that victory. Raymond now leads the Tigers with 68 points on 45 goals and 23 assists. Rohrbeck has contributed 33 goals and 34 assists for 67 points. Katie Leach had 3 draw controls Friday and now has 44 draw controls on the season. Senior defender Caitlin Sheridan leads the squad with 19 caused turnovers, and junior Kelsey Donnelly, as we mentioned, a first-team All-CAA selection at goalkeepers, collected 35 ground balls and carries a 9.36 goals against average and a 48% save percentage on the season. So a lot of talent for this Towson team. And now we'll take a look at the Dukes, the 2 seed, coming in at 11-6 overall after beating Delaware on Friday night. Senior attacker Amy Roguski took sole possession of 13th all-time in career goals after posting those 3 goals in the CAA semifinals. She has scored 114 goals for the Purple and Gold. Sophomore midfielder Taylor Gress tied her career high in caused turnovers on Friday, forcing 3 Delaware giveaways. This is the second straight game she's forced 3 caused turnovers, and over the last 5 games, Gress is tied with senior defender Leah Parata. And as we are going to get through the national anthem here, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back here on CAA.TV, CAAsports.com. And welcome back. Once again, I'm Kyle Ray here on CAA.TV, on CAAsports.com, and this is your 2014 CAA Women's Lacrosse Championship, as I like to call it, Championship Sunday here, between the 1 seed from Towson University, taking on, as we take a look here, the 2 seed from James Madison University and head coach Shelly Clays-Balcom, giving her players some last-minute words of advice as they get ready to try and bring the championship back to Harrisonburg for the first time since 2011. Obviously, Towson, on the other hand, trying to continue to keep their championship streak alive, as they have won the past 2 CAA conference tournament titles and will be looking to do just that again here today. Got a chance to speak with both coaches before today's matchup, and talking with head coach from Towson, Sonia LaMonica. She mentioned that coming off the exciting victory on Friday night, last-second win over Hofstra, they're coming in healthy. Luckily, they did not have any big injuries on Friday, so she plans to see a fight, a battle. Obviously, both teams are working their hardest to earn this NCAA tournament bid. The automatic berth will go to the champion here today. And ideally, for the CAA, we may see 2 if we are lucky enough with the way that both of these teams have competed so strongly against some of the top teams in the nation all year long. She said she hopes for them to finish plays and cut down on errors that she saw on Friday night against Hofstra. Talking with the head coach for James Madison, Shelly Clays-Balcom. She feels like the solid play from the goalkeeper Donnelly for Towson is something that is an X factor for the Tigers, and she's looking for them to continue that here today. But the focus for them is JMU Lacrosse. They're very determined, and they have a vision to bring this championship back. A lot of the T-shirts down there say legacy. She talked about on Friday how JMU has been here for 20 years competing at the highest level in the CAA, and they just want to continue to bring those championships and hardware back to the JMU locker room. So she looks for them to finish plays and fight to the end. It's a game of runs, and she's going to need for her defense to step up and play a little bit more effectively than they did against Delaware on Friday night, and they'll continue to stay balanced offensively, as obviously we saw great play from the senior leaders as well as the redshirt freshman Betsy Angel. And now we are on the field and about to get things started here in Williamsburg. Looks like starting today on the draw for the Dukes of James Madison will be number 5, Abby Hendricks, and for the Towson Tigers it will be number 22, Katie Leach, the senior from Westminster, Maryland, second-team All-CAA selection. So we've got a great matchup ready to start here today as we are about to decide a championship Sunday here in Williamsburg. I'm excited. I'm sure everyone at home watching is as well. Remember, for all coverage for CAA Women's Lacrosse Championship, including recaps, results, and highlights, log on to CAAsports.com and CAA.TV. Official getting things set up here as we are about to kick it off. And we are off. 2014 CAA Women's Lacrosse Championship is going to be decided in 2 hours, my friends. So now we are looking at the Towson Tigers. Katie Leach takes control of the first draw, and she is moving quickly in transition for the Tigers. Leach dumps it off on the right side with Andy Raymond. Andy Raymond, the CAA co-player of the year this season, and obviously had that thrilling game-winning goal, her 4th of the season for the Tigers against Hofstra on Friday night. Towson moving it around the horn now. With it looks like Ham. Ham up top of the 8. She tosses it over to Cha. Gabby Cha was CAA Rookie of the Year, and she was held a little bit quiet on Friday night, so I'm sure that Coach LaMonica will be looking for big play from her. And there's a shot from Cha, goes wide left, as Skylar Healy does a great job of defending that one. Towson on the back end as we take a look at the replay here. Great pass from Rohrback, moves it into Child, rips the shot, but Healy gets a stick on it and moves that one out. So now Towson still working with it here as Rohrback tosses out to Ham. Now up top with it is Uncle. Uncle over to number. And Towson just moving it around, trying to get this offense set up here. Now here comes Cha inside the 8, has a high pass, can't control that one. Gets it back, and here's a quick pass from Rohrback and a rip shot from none other than Andy Raymond. That is the combo you've seen all season long, Towson fans, as Andy Raymond takes the pass from Ashley Rohrback and finishes it in the back of the net. And with that goal, we have got your first goal of the 2014 CAA Women's Lacrosse Championship, and it is now Towson up 1-0 with 28:32 left to play in the first half. Sorry for the technical difficulties as we are resetting the clock now on the TV screen that you're looking at. So there is 28:32 left to play in the first half with that goal coming from Andy Raymond. Just a great play there as Rohrback finds her teammate. The captain-to-captain combo is what we've seen work for this Towson team all year long, and they start off early with it here. And it's going to redo that one as the official did not like the way that one looks, so we will reset and take another draw here. So now back in the middle once again, it is Abby Hendricks for JMU and Katie Leach for Towson. For Andy Raymond, that is her 46th goal on the season. And this draw control, always so important, is going to go to number 11, Allie Kerwin for JMU. So now the Dukes moving with their first offensive possession of the day, and Emily Rhodes has it in the offensive third for the Dukes. Towson trying to get set up defensively here as the Dukes now move into the offensive third and are working it around. Behind Cage with it, working on the crease is Betsy Angel, the redshirt freshman, so dominant in the game against Delaware on Friday night. We'll be looking to do just that again here against Towson today. Up top, Amy Roguski, the senior. Had a chance to speak with her after the game on Friday, the big win over Delaware, and she mentioned the fact that if it wasn't for her teammates, she wouldn't be in the position that she is. So she gives all of thanks to the teammates, obviously finding great passes to her inside the 8, allowing her to finish the opportunities given. So she'll be looking for more of those here today. And now once again, Betsy Angel working around the crease, decides to dump it off, and it's now outside with number 24, Jackie Gordon. Gordon working with it on the right side. Gordon looking, trying to dump it off to Kerwin. She's going to go over to Roguski. Roguski looking. Sees Taylor Gress in the middle, but decides to take it herself. Still working is Roguski. Roguski, such a big body there inside the 8. She does a great job with her body control and positioning, as she will definitely have some big shots here. And now here comes number 11, Allie Kerwin, running across the crease, shoots a cross body, tries to get it past Kelsey Donnelly, but cannot as that one hits top post, and the Tigers have got it back here. So now number 4 for the Tigers has it and is moving up the field. Paige Duncan, the junior from Annapolis, dumps it off with her back defensive line, and now Kelsey Donnelly is going to keep this one and try and clear it out to her teammate in number 22, Katie Leach. That one, great deflection there by number 13 for the Dukes. For sure, does a great job there and gets the ball back, and the JMU sideline erupts as they are absolutely loving the play, as you see here. For sure, takes that one, pokes her stick out, gets it loose, and fights hard to get the ball back. So her teammates are excited about that and happy that she's working her hardest here in the CAA championship game today. As always, you can keep up with the CAA while you're on the move by downloading the league's apps available for iPhone, Android, and iPad in your respective app store. And now the Dukes inside the 8. Here comes a shot opportunity. Big shot there by Taylor Gress, but big save for Kelsey Donnelly. Dukes go back outside, and here comes number 11, Kerwin. Kerwin inside the 8, rips a shot off, but that one is wide left, and it looks like the Dukes are on the inline, so they'll keep the possession here. So we take a look at that one. Allie Kerwin curling around the right side of the 8, takes that shot and just misses the post there. She was trying to go across the crossbody and finish that goal. Both teams battling for it here as it's a loose ball, and we're going to see a foul called on number 3, Steph Finley. So the Towson Tigers will keep this one. Take a look at this one. Both players trying to work on the line, not go over and get offside. So a little bit of an aggressive push there by Finley, and now Towson working quickly up the field. With it for Towson is number 15, Kelly Murkey. Murkey had a big goal and a free position shot on Friday night, and Towson now has it back. Andy Raymond tries to catch that one off the deflection. Luckily, her teammate, number 24, Michelle Gilday, was there, picked it up, and was fouled quickly. So the Tigers will keep the possession here. As I was mentioning, all of those apps feature all the news from around the league, including stats, standings, scores, and more. So as the championship season is among us, obviously all of you lacrosse fans, I'm sure you tuned in yesterday on CAA.tv. The men's lacrosse championship was decided in a thriller. Triple overtime, the Drexel Dragons take home their first CAA men's lacrosse championship, and that was one for the ages as they were very excited, beating Hofstra up there in Hempstead, New York. And now back to action here. We've got Andy Raymond on the near side looking for a teammate, and she whips it across the field and finds Ham. Back up top with Brooke Hart for the Tigers. Now Raymond behind the cage looking. Usually see Rohrback do this, and here's a quick pass from Raymond, and once again the 1-2 combo, captain to captain for a goal there. So this time we see Andy Raymond behind cage, and she finds her teammate, number 13, Ashley Rohrback, who finishes that one in the back of the net and puts the Tigers on top here with 24:06 left to play in the first half. It's now 2-0, Tigers up in this championship game. Take a look there, Ashley Rohrback. What a great shot as she finishes strong on the pass from her teammate, Andy Raymond. Obviously got a chance to speak with Andy Raymond after that exciting game winner on Friday against Hofstra, and she was speechless. Literally got a chance to speak with her and talking to her about the game, about finishing the game, and she still was talking with her coach, and she said she couldn't even believe it went in. So it was an excellent game for the CAA and just an awesome experience for her as a player. So great job for the CAA Co-Player of the Year. There's no other player that you want finishing that game as she did it for the Tigers with 8 seconds left. Now back to action. We've got Leach and Hendricks on the draw, and the Tigers get the draw control once again. And as we mentioned on Friday, these draw controls can absolutely determine the outcome of the game, because for most of these teams, if you're talented and you get the draw control, you may finish with a goal. So now the Tigers quickly in transition, and a quick shot there from Katie Leach. Burns that one in the back of the net as she rips it inside the 8, scoops up the ground ball. Taking a look at it here, defender for JMU tries to get on her, can't stop it, and Skylar Healy puts the stick up, but to no avail. So goal there for the Tigers. It's now 3-0. Tigers on top. 23:46 left to play in the first half. And with that, we're going to see a timeout from JMU head coach Shelly Clays-Baucom, see if she can't fix things on the sideline for this Dukes team. And with it, we are going to take a quick commercial break here, and we'll be right back on CAA.tv. And welcome back here on CAA.tv. The number 1 seed Towson Tigers taking a quick lead here over the second seeded Dukes of JMU. It's 3-0 with 23:46 left to play as we take a look at some Towson highlights so far. Andy Raymond with a great pass from Ashley Rohrback finishes that goal with the first goal of the day for the Dukes. And there's a shot attempt, unfortunately finding the back of the or top of the pole. So JMU getting the shots off, just need to find the back of the net, as currently the Tigers taking 4 shots so far, 3 goals. Very effective here in the first half. Back to the draw, we've got Abby Hendricks and Leach once again, and this one is going to go to the Dukes. Dukes get a crucial draw control there, and it's back with the first-team All-CAA selection, Lexi Cross, number 32 for the Dukes. She takes such long strides, trying to work it quickly up the field, get the offensive possession set up here for the Dukes. She's going to do just that as she works her way all the way into the offensive third now for JMU. Great job there by Cross. Cross is going to look to dump it off to Taylor Gress, the sophomore from Westminster, Maryland, who came up with a couple big goals for JMU on Friday night against Delaware. So now the Dukes working it around, Roguski with it, and she passes it over to Rhodes. Rhodes swings it behind cage to Betsy Angel. Betsy Angel tries to get the pass off to the cutting teammate. She cannot find her, and this one is loose, but Roguski with the hustle there scoops that one up all by herself And the JMU Dukes have it back here in the offensive possession. So now, here comes Gress working inside the 8. Gress working hard. She's being defended tightly. Roguski takes that one. Looked like she was fouled, but there's no call there. So the Tigers come up with the turnover there and have a key takeaway from JMU. So early on, JMU with some crucial turnovers, which have led to big goals for the Tigers so far. Quickly working up the field for Towson, number 27, Michelle Defoe. Defoe, the junior from Fairport, New York, was a second-team All-CAA selection for the Tigers this season. Now with it on the far side is Andy Raymond. Raymond cutting in, looking to get the offensive set going. Raymond behind cage with it. Nice little deke move there by Raymond. Goes isolation, and that's why she's CAA Co-Player of the Year right there, ladies and gentlemen, as she finishes strong around the crease. One-on-one play against the defender, as we're going to take a look at the replay here. Andy Raymond, she can do it all for this Towson Tigers team. Takes the shot, beats the goalkeeper, beats the defender. Obviously, that was Lexi Cross, one of the best defenders in a first-team All-CAA selection for JMU. Just getting beat there by Andy Raymond, who finishes, gets the goal, puts the Tigers on top, 4-0. 22 minutes left to play in the first half. Not the start that Coach Clays Balcom was looking for here for the JMU Dukes, but I'm sure that they will have a comeback. As she mentioned in the pregame interview, this women's lacrosse is a game of runs, and we saw that on Friday night. They had a 10-5 lead over Delaware at halftime, and then Delaware goes for 4 straight goals and makes it a 1-goal lead before the Dukes pulled away late to advance to this championship game here today. So Tigers obviously not resting on their laurels. They will continue to play hard and continue to try to add on the goals as we continue to move forward with 22 minutes left to play in the first half. And Steph Finley, she comes up with a draw control there, as she has done all season long for the Dukes. Steph Finley came up with 56 draw control. No, I'm sorry, 63 draw controls on the season, as a quick turnover there gives Towson the ball right back. In transition is Raymond. Raymond looking up the field. She is being defended tightly by 3 Dukes players. She's going to dump it off to her teammate, and the Tigers are just going to set things up, slow it down here offensively. Cha with it on the right side, the freshman looking. She has done a great job being a freshman inserted into this roster for Towson this year. Very dominant player in the CAA, as she was selected CAA All-Rookie of the Year and just continues to do big things for head coach Sonia LaMonica for Towson. Back to action now. We've got Andy Raymond. She's behind the cage with it, looking for a teammate. A lot of times you'll see Ashley Rohrback doing this for the Tigers, but Andy Raymond has done a great job here today in the first half. And quick shot there from Gabby Cha. Goes wide left. Great defense there by Skylar Healy in net. And the Tigers will keep the possession now. Tigers with it. Raymond looking. Nice little move on Lexi Cross here. Cross still defending. Cross still defending on Raymond. Raymond with a low-angle shot, and Cross cannot do anything there, as she is beside herself with Andy Raymond just all over. Look at this, working around the crease, one-on-one. The isolation move there for Andy Raymond, and Lexi Cross is just absolutely frustrated, as now the Tigers go on top 5-0 with 20:43 left to play in the first half. Once again, the Tigers making the most of their offensive opportunities here today. 7 shots, and they've got 5 goals on those 7 shots. So very efficient, very effective, and that is exactly what head coach Sonia LaMonica wanted. And these fans, as we take a look at the Towson fans, excited and ready to bring home their 3rd straight CAA title here in Williamsburg today. That is what she wanted, and that is what they wanted, and they are doing a great job so far here in the first half. Back on the draw once again, it'll be Hendricks and Leach. Tigers have done a great job of dominating the draw controls early on here, which has led to their success offensively. Up in the air now, and this one is going to be scooped up by JMU. Taylor Gress comes up with that draw control now, and the JMU Dukes looking to get things set up offensively, try to find their first goal of the day here on Championship Sunday. So now with it is Taylor Gress. Taylor Gress beats her defender. She's inside the 8, running hard with a shot. It's too high there. Luckily, Betsy Angels on the end line, so the Dukes will keep the possession here. But great run as we take a look at the replay. Taylor Gress, the sophomore, doing everything she could to run in, try and get a shot and goal here for the JMU Dukes. But unfortunately, a little too tall there, and the Dukes will go back to work offensively here. Behind cage with her is Emily Rhodes. Rhodes had a free position shot converted, I believe, on Friday night against Delaware, as she did not start today, but has been playing a lot early on here in the first half. Under 20 minutes left to play in the first half, and the Dukes are trying to do anything they can to find a goal, get things started offensively here in this championship game. With it now is Jackie Gordon. Jackie Gordon looking for a teammate. Jackie Gordon finds Betsy Angel, and Betsy Angel falling away, puts it in the back of the net. It's now 5-1, Towson on top. As we take a look at this replay here, JMU doing a great job of finally getting a goal as redshirt freshman Betsy Angel doing what she does best, working around the crease and beating goalkeeper Kelsey Donnelly there. Finds the back of the net and gets this JMU Duke offense started. That is just what the doctor ordered, as they need all the help they can to claw their way back into this game, as the Tigers have a 4-goal lead here early on in the first half. 19:35 left to play in the first half. Still a lot of lacrosse here, so the Dukes cannot get too worried about it, as they will continue to fight, continue to battle to the end. That is the thing that Coach Shelley Clays-Balcom mentioned about this team, that they are a very tough team with a lot of experience, and they are ready to bring a championship back to JMU. So we'll see Hendricks and Leach on the draw once again. Obviously, as you are watching from home, all of the games this weekend for the Women's Lacrosse Championship have been carried live for free in high definition on CAA.tv and the CAA's iPad app. Visit CAAsports.com and the Women's Lacrosse Championship page for more details on this weekend's play. So now back to action. The Tigers once again get the draw control after that quick foul. Andy Raymond into the offensive third is going to get things set up here for the Tigers. Looking for the play call from Coach LaMonica as Gabby Cha flies onto the field for the Tigers now. Raymond still with it. She sees a wide open teammate in the middle, misses that one. Looks like the Tigers are going to scoop this one up, as they do just that, and they're going to hit JMU with a quick foul there, as number 27, Michelle Defoe, running in hard there to scoop that one up right before she is fouled by Betsy Angel. So Tigers going to keep it here, and they're going to pull back a JMU defender here on the foul call. So Defoe with it, and she's still looking for a teammate. She's going to dump it off with number 1, Samantha Brookhart, the freshman from Ellicott City, Maryland. She was a CAA all-rookie team selection this year and a big contributor for the Towson Tigers all season long. Another CAA all-rookie team member, Gabby Cha, with it behind cage, looking for an open teammate, and they're going to hit number 13, Verschure, with the foul call there. Take a look at that one, as Verschure just a little too aggressive on the check, extending the stick out there. That's going to get you every time. So Towson back to work offensively, as Andy Raymond has it on the far side. She's looking to go once again around the crease, and she's about to do just that. And here comes the charge called on Andy Raymond. A little bit of frustration for Raymond, as she felt like she had beat the defender fairly there, and instead the official sees it differently, so she gets the foul called on her, tosses that ball to the ground, much to the excitement of the JMU lacrosse team. Tight one there as a quick pass almost intercepted by the Tigers. Quickly up the field now with it is Cross. Cross, those long strides, moving it upfield, and an errant pass there is going to be another turnover for the Dukes, really shooting themselves in the foot here early on in the first half with the turnovers, as Andy Raymond trying to come up with it and does that. Verschure still working on her. Verschure all over her, and yes, there's got to be a foul called there, as too much body applied on Andy Raymond. So now back to action. Tigers have it, and up top with it is Uncle. Tigers just looking to get things set up, slow it down a little bit as they get the play called in from head coach Sonia LaMonica. LaMonica selected as the CAA Coach of the Year for the fourth time in 4 years at Towson. So she has been obviously competing at the highest level, 29-4 in the CAA in her 4 seasons, and she mentioned on the pregame interview on Friday that all of it goes to the mentality that they've set, a winning culture with this team. Between the youngest players to the oldest players, they come in and they know that they are expected to win with those high expectations. the team has done just that this season and over the past few seasons. So Towson back with it here, and now Ashley Rohrback, big-time distributor for the Tigers, working on number 33, Shelby Robinson of the Dukes. Shelby Robinson, what a play there. Pokes it loose and gets a turnover. So Shelby Robinson, the senior from Midlothian, Virginia, coming on here and playing strong for head coach Clays Balcom, is Lexi Cross once again running it all the way up the field. Take a look at this play from Robinson. Great play on Rohrback as she just pokes that ball loose and gets things moving quickly here for the Dukes. And now here comes Emily Rhodes. She's right outside the crease, works it over to her teammate, number 7, Leah Monticello. Monticello, the freshman that Coach Clays Balcom mentioned is a key contributor for this JMU team, as she has been very helpful for their balanced offensive attack. So now Rhodes with it behind cage, and the Dukes trying to get something going here offensively, see if they can't cut down on this lead with just over 15 minutes left to play in the first half. Roguski just holding it, talking to her teammate Kerwin. Toss it over to Rhodes. Now behind cage with it is Betsy Angel, redshirt freshman. Looking for a teammate cutting in. Looked like Steph Finley was going to make a cut in. Instead, we're going to see an off-ball foul called as number 15, Kelly Murphy, is going to get hit with that one for Towson, as she was a little bit too aggressive on Steph Finley, CAA Co-Player of the Year. Gets the foul call, and she's going to have the free position shot. So here's replay of that foul off possession. As you can see, Murphy striking down with a stick, and I get called for that. So here comes the free position shot. Steph Finley with a ripped shot there, but wide right as Finley's shot is off aim and cannot find the back of the net. Take a look at it. She goes to rip that one back and put a goal in net. Can't do that. JMU keeps the possession as they were on the end line. Now working with it is Angel. Angel inside the 8, and she dumps it off with Finley. Steph Finley looking to beat her defender here. Finley inside the 8, takes the shot, but Kelsey Donnelly, big save there for the Tigers. She gets her stick all over that one and turns away Steph Finley's shot attempt there. As we mentioned, Kelsey Donnelly, as we'll take a look at it here, the first-team All-CAA selection, does a great job of getting her stick to that hot shot from Steph Finley. So Shelly Clays Balcom mentioned the fact that she felt like for Towson, their X factor is their goalkeeper in Donnelly, and so far here today she's done a great job of playing great defense and turning away a lot of big shots from the Dukes. So now the Tigers back to action. They are in their offensive third. It is up with Murphy now. And the CAA will have highlights and full replays from all championship action this week and available on CAA.tv. You can see loads of video coverage on the league's YouTube channel at youtube.com/CAA Sports Production. So now Towson still working with it in their offensive third. They're still holding on this one, and Andy Raymond has it poked loose there by Cross. Back up top to Brookhart. Brookhart with it. She tries to dump it off with Ham. It's a little bit wide, but Ham's able to scoop it up. Now Towson just passing it around the horn, trying to get something set up. Nice attempt there by Lexi Cross to try and poke it loose. Towson keeps with it. Check there on Andy Raymond, and double coming on Raymond. Raymond dekes through the double team there as Kerwin comes over to help Cross. Great slide action on the backside for the JMU defense there. Now with it is Cha. Cha up top to Brookhart, who is outside the 12 and looking for a teammate to dump it off to and get a shot opportunity here. So with about 12 minutes, 30 seconds left to play, we've got Andy Raymond on the near side with it as she is working on Lexi Cross. Tigers taking their time here, just passing it around, looking for the perfect shot opportunity, just what Coach Lamonica wanted. And there it is, just like that. The team comes up with a perfect shot opportunity and finds the back of the net as number 23, Taylor Moore, the junior from Stony Point, New York, catches the pass from Uncle and finishes it across the body. Far post, great goal there for the Tigers, and now the Towson fans are through the roof with elation as they go on top 6-1 with 12:22 left to play in the first half. Towson has been on fire here in the first half, scoring 6 goals on 8 shots taken. Can't get much better than that. As JMU has got to look to find an answer defensively, which is exactly what Coach Claes-Balkum asked for. Speaking with her before today's matchup, she mentioned that it was going to be tough for the Dukes to do that against a powerful offensive team in Towson, and she felt like they bent a little bit on Friday night against Delaware, and right now they got to be careful before they break in this championship matchup. So now on the draw, we're going to see a switch up here for JMU as Roguski, we saw her come in a couple times on Friday night on the draw for JMU, and Leach will still be going for the Towson Tigers. Official getting everything set up here. Make sure that giving everyone an ample opportunity to get control of this draw here. Calls it into play, and here we go. Draw controlled there by the JMU Dukes. Taylor Gress quickly working in transition upfield. She is so speedy. Dumps it off with Roguski. Roguski inside the 8, quick shot, and there is a goal for Roguski. We saw that in the first half against Delaware on Friday night, and Roguski is back to work here as she gives the Dukes the second goal of the day. It's now 6-2, Tigers on top with 12-11. But quick goals like that are exactly what this JMU team needs if they want to work their way back into the matchup. Take a look at Amy Roguski there. She obviously had the hat trick with 3 assists on Friday night against Delaware, and she has got her first goal of the day here against the Tigers. So big goal for the senior. Roguski, a second-team All-CAA selection, big player for JMU all season long, and she's going to come back to take the draw once again against Leach for Towson. So Coach Claes-Balkum got to be happy with that, and she has got to be looking for more quick transition goals for this JMU team. Once again, Taylor Gress goes for it, unable to come up with it, and instead it's going to be for JMU. Number 7, Leah Monticello, the freshman. Big draw control there as the JMU Dukes have it back, and they're looking to get right back into the offensive third and put another goal on the board. So Lexi Cross does just that as she's in the offensive third now, dumps it off with Emily Rhodes, and we're now behind cage with Betsy Angel. Betsy Angel working around the crease, looking, tosses it over to Rhodes. Rhodes now with it, trying to find a teammate, and it looks like we're going to see foul called here on the Towson Tigers, an off-ball foul on this one. So we're going to see a free position shot once again for CAA Co-Player of the Year, Steph Finley. Let's see if she can convert here. Steph Finley down, ready to go. Here she comes. Quick shot for Steph Finley, and there it is. Steph Finley with her first goal of the day, and it's now 6-3. Tigers on top with 11:38 left to play in the first half. So within 30 seconds, the JMU Dukes able to put 2 goals on the board as Steph Finley pulls that one back and rips it into the back of the net there for the Dukes to cut down on this lead for the Tigers. So now we are going to see head coach Sonia LaMonica for Towson take a timeout as these JMU Dukes are fighting their way back into this one in the first half. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break here on CAA.TV. And welcome back, 2014 CAA Women's Lacrosse Championship here at Martin Family Stadium in Williamsburg, Virginia. Scenic view here as it's a beautiful Sunday afternoon, about 80 degrees, perfect day for championship lacrosse. And the Tigers are looking to bring home their 3rd straight CAA title. And they are doing a great job here in the first half as they're on top of the second-seeded Dukes of JMU, 6-3, with 11:38 left to play. And Andy Raymond has been a big part of that so far for the Towson Tigers in the first half. So that is what you expect when you've got a CAA Co-Player of the Year on your roster, and she is doing just that for the Tigers. So great turnout here today by both the Towson Tigers faithful and the JMU Dukes. These teams have traveled a good distance to watch their teams play and try to win a championship here on Sunday. So once again, championship being hosted by the College of William & Mary. Not competing this year in the tournament, but they have done an absolutely wonderful job of hosting the 4 teams who did make the tournament with everything that they have brought in terms of accommodations and just overall setup. Great facilities, great staff, great job, College of William & Mary. And I'm sure that with new head coach Hillary Fratsky, they'll be looking to make a run here soon in years to come in the CAA. So now back to action here. It'll be Roguski and Leach on the draw. And once again, another draw control there for JMU. They have really been doing a good job of dominating those lately, which has helped them in this comeback attempt here in the first half. Behind cage with it is Rhodes. Rhodes looking, curling around the crease, trying to find a cutting teammate, cannot, so she will keep it here on the near side. Goes up top to number 24, sophomore Jackie Gordon. Gordon cutting inside the 8. Looked like she may have was going to take a shot. Decides to dump it off to Betsy Angel behind the cage. Angel inside the 8. Dumps it off with Allie Kerwin. Kerwin was a first-team All-CAA selection and a CAA All-Academic team member. And there is a goal. Big goal there for the Dukes as number 2, Taylor Gress, finishes it in the back of the net. And this JMU Dukes team is not ready to give up yet. Look at her in this replay. Taylor Gress, great pass by Allie Kerwin, dumps it off on the cutting teammate, curling around the right side of the 8 and finishes strong there. So great play for the Dukes, and it's now 6-4. Tigers on top with 10:56 left to play in the first half. And the JMU Dukes doing a great job of getting their shot off, and that has helped them, along with the draw controls here, to claw their way back into the CAA championship matchup. And as we mentioned earlier on, head coach Shelley Clays-Baucom talked about how lacrosse is a game of runs, and we are seeing just that here today in this championship matchup between the Tigers and the Dukes. Dukes trying to bring home their first CAA championship since 2011. They won back-to-back championships in 2010 and 2011, and then Towson has taken it the past 2 seasons. So a lot on the line for both of these teams, as we know the winner of this game gets the automatic berth in the NCAA tournament, and both of these teams have seen play of their own there as of late. So on that one, it's going to be Towson taking the draw control. Now Ham has it, and the Tigers are trying to work it quickly upfield. Here comes Murky. Ball poked loose there by Kerwin, and Murky scoops that one back up. Murky has it outside of the 12. She's going to dump it off to her teammate there, and Cha will have it up top for the Tigers. Now flying on for Murky is number 0, Colby Uncle, freshman from Manchester, Maryland. Tigers still with it here. But the JMU faithful getting into it as they are begging their defense to cause another turnover and see if they can't cut this down to a 1-goal game. Now with it is Moore for the Tigers. Moore curling around the crease. Nice little play there as it looked like she may have made it in the crease, and indeed she did. So Taylor Moore steps inside the crease, and that's going to be the turnover that these fans were asking for as we take a look at it here. Takes that step, that right foot just goes a little bit inside the crease, and that is exactly what JMU needed. And now Skylar Healy has it in cage, and she is going to look to clear it here. Healy was a second-team All-CAA selection this season for the Dukes. Healy clears it out to Roguski. The senior quickly moves it up to Taylor Gress. Gress cannot catch that one, but it looks like she may come up with it. Ball's up in the air, so anyone can have it here. Tigers poke it loose there. Clumsy mistake for JMU, as that one is a tough turnover, and the Tigers get it back, and they're going to sit on it and get it back to their defensive line for the clear here. So the Tigers doing a great job defensively here. Every time JMU makes a run, looks like they have an opportunity for a transition goal. They step in with great transition defense and poke it loose. So now the Tigers have it on the near side, trying to work it into the offensive third. For the Tigers is number 27, Michelle Defoe. She dumps it off with Kelsey Donnelly. Donnelly moves it up to Cha. Cha now into the offensive third. She finds her teammate, and now the Tigers are working. Here comes a quick shot, it looks like, for the Tigers, and that's another goal for the Tigers as number 4, Paige Duncan, the junior from Annapolis, finishes that one and gets another goal on the board for this Towson Tigers team. The 1 seed doing a great job as lot of good passes. The assist coming there for number 1 Samantha Brookhart. As you can see, Paige Duncan finishing the goal there on Skylar Healy and giving this Tigers team a 7-4 lead with 8:27 left to play in the first half. This Tigers team so balanced offensively. Both these teams balanced offensively. But here early on, the Tigers really showing why they have been one of the most dominant teams in the CAA, not only this season, but many seasons in the past. So head coach Sonia LaMonica in her 4th year continues to do great things for this team and great things for Towson University, as they are happy to have her there winning championships. After that goal, like I said, it's 7-4 here in Williamsburg. Tigers on top, the 1 seed over the 2 seed, JMU Dukes. Back in the middle, it's going to be Amy Roguski for JMU, and now a switch for Towson will be number 19, Brianna Hamp, sophomore from Marydale, Maryland. So now both teams have switched it up on the draw in terms of who has been taking that. And Andy Raymond doing a great job putting her stick in the air, coming down with that one. Calm, cool, and collected. That is the MO for Andy Raymond as she pulls down that draw control, gets a quick foul, and now moves it quickly up the field to her teammate Brianna Ham for the Towson Tigers. Gabby Cha picks up that loose ball, and now the Tigers working offensively. Uncle has it, and she dumps it off up top to Brookhart. Now Andy Raymond, the captain and leader on this team, takes it, and she goes in the far corner as the Tigers looking to burn a little bit of time, get the offensive play call in from head coach LaMonica, and see if they can't add another goal to this lead. So JMU allowing them to waste this time here, not really pressuring out on Raymond right now as she just holds on to it in that far corner. Lexi Cross looks on, probably waiting for a call from her head coach to go chase her off. So we will continue to wait here. Andy Raymond literally standing, holding the ball. Now here comes Raymond. Raymond charging in. She's outside of the 12. Looks like a quick play call here for the Tigers. They're dumping it off, trying to find an open teammate. The Tigers keep working. Great slide there by the Dukes, and now up top is Brookhart. Brookhart with a head fake there, and there's going to be a shooting space violation called on the Dukes. So we take a look at the replay. Samantha Brookhart coming in hard. Nice little shot fake there. Shooting space called on the Dukes. So straight on will be the free position shot for the Tigers. And big save there. Skylar Healy coming up big on the free position shot. Brookhart rockets that one at her. As we take a look at it, look at Healy. This is why she's a second-team All-CAA selection. Knocks that one down and keeps this to a 3-goal lead for the Tigers. So quickly into the offensive third is number 33, Shelby Robinson. She moves it all the way up the field for the Dukes. Now behind cage is Rhodes. Rhodes up top to number 7, Monticello. Monticello leaves it with Kerwin, and now the Dukes set things up offensively here. Nice little round of applause there for Shelby Robinson as she flies off. And here's Kerwin. Kerwin with a shot, and it looks like it hits the top of the cage once again. So unfortunate for the Dukes as you see Kerwin cutting in, takes the shot, and looks like it hits the top of the cage. Can't really tell if Donnelly got a stick to it or not, but either way, Towson very thankful for that, as the Dukes were looking to cut down on this lead, and it's still 7-4 here with about 6 minutes left to play in the first half. Defoe with it, tosses it up to Brookhart. Brookhart in the midfield. She is looking to get into the offensive third and does just that here for the Tigers. Now once again, the Tigers probably going to look to slow things down, burn a little clock, as they have this lead and want to keep it that way moving into halftime. On the near side now with it is Rohrback. Top to Moore. Duncan now inside to Brookhart. Brookhart goes out to Raymond, and the Tigers continue to move it around the horn here as they're looking for a ample opportunity to get a shot off on goal. So Cha has it. It's back up top. And the Tigers continue to pass this one around. Uncle outside of the 12 leaves it with Brookhart. And now inside is Duncan. Duncan inside the 8, has the ball poked loose there. Great defense from the Dukes. And here comes a little bit of a transition shot by Gabby Cha. But once again, Skylar Healy comes up big for the JMU Dukes with a big save there as Gabby Cha had an open shot. Take a look at the replay here as they get that one off, and now JMU quickly up the field in transition is Rhodes. Tosses it over to Angel. Angel with a quick shot, defended there by Donnelly, and the Dukes are on the end line, so they will keep the possession here. Big save there by Donnelly as Betsy Angel takes the pass from Emily Rhodes across the field. Look at Rhodes, beautiful pass, cross field, gets it to Angel for a quick shot, but Donnelly proving why she's one of the best goalkeepers in this league. Saves that one. Keeps it a 3-goal lead for the Tigers. Now Steph Finley working hard, has the double team coming on her. So this Towson Tiger team loves the early doubles. Here's Betsy Angel, and she dumps it off up top with her teammate. Now here comes Roguski. Roguski inside the 8, looking for a shot, decides to pass it to Rhodes. Rhodes now spinning. Inside the 8 is Rhodes. Rhodes looks like she's going to take a shot here. Does just that, but Donnelly all over it. The shot coming from number 28, Emily Rhodes, the senior from Alexandria, Virginia. Great shot attempt there. She was inside the 8, had a great look. So we take a look at it here. But Kelsey Donnelly, what a save. She has come up huge for the Tigers in the first half, just as she did against Hofstra on Friday night. So once again, Donnelly looking to clear here. She's being pressured by the Dukes. She sees an opening, and now she's going to have to run upfield and try and find a teammate to dump it off. She does just that as she finds Gilday. And now the Tigers will move into the offensive third and look to get things started once again. Here comes Rohrback. Rohrback loves working behind Cage. Looks like she may try and do that here. Decides to stay outside, passes it up to Ham. Ham over to Moore. Now that one deflected by the Dukes. And the Dukes are going to keep this one as a little bit of a foul called there on Towson. It's JMU had the ball poked loose, going to pick it up and keep the possession here. So now here comes JMU. Tough check there coming from number 0, Colby Uncle, but no foul called there. So now the Dukes trying to work with it, but an errant pass once again. And that is much to the dismay of head coach Shelly Clays-Balcom. She is beside herself, hitting a knee right now, showing her displeasure with that pass there. We've got 2 minutes, 30 seconds left to play in the first half. Tigers on top, 7-4. Tigers in the offensive third, looking for another opportunity to add to that lead here. Tigers passing around here. Moore has it. Goes over to Ham. Make sure to follow the CAA on Twitter and Instagram by searching @CAA Sports, or like the league on Facebook by searching CAA Sports. Back to action here. Tigers still have it. Ham works past her defender and tosses it over to Raymond. Raymond, always dangerous whenever she has it. She dumps it off with Rohrback. Rohrback, nice little spin move there, but great defense for the Dukes. Dukes trying to really tighten up defensively and lock down. Got to pick up on the slide here. Big shot, and Healy once again. Huge save, and it looks like they're going to call Towson for being inside the crease. So another turnover for the Tigers is going to give the Dukes the ball right back. That step right there inside the crease is going to do just that. So Skylar Healy going to be set up with it here. She'll be looking to clear it and see if the Dukes cannot get one more goal before halftime here, the 2014 CAA Women's Lacrosse Championship. Healy with it. She dumps it off to the teammate. Now Verschure looking to work it up the field. Verschure in the midfield. Another errant pass there, but looked like the teammate was going to be there, and unfortunately she's not. Foul going to be called on the Dukes, so another costly turnover for the JMU Dukes here in the first half. As we take a look at this one, tried to get to it and just a little bit too aggressive with the stick check there. And now the Tigers working quickly up the field once again, as they would love to add to their lead here before halftime as well. Under 1 minute left to play in the first half. Tigers with a 3-goal lead and looking to add to that here. Rohrback with it. Towson fans cheering on this team, trying to will them to another goal here as Uncle has it outside the 12. She dumps it off with Cha. Rohrback beats her defender and has it poked loose, but a foul is called there on the JMU Dukes. Number 21 for the Dukes, Leah Parata, senior from Forest Hill, Maryland. As you can see, a little too much on the stick there. Had her by the handle, so Towson going to keep the possession here. Towson still with it outside the 12. Towson looking. Back up top to Moore, now over to Uncle. Uncle to Cha. Cha outside to Rohrback. Here's an opportunity and tries to find Gilday. She had open net to put that one in the back of the net, but could not catch it. And the JMU Dukes will keep the possession here as we take a look at this one. Great pass by Rohrback. Gilday tried to go for the one-timer there. Could not finish that one as Skylar Healy had stepped out of cage, and that was an open opportunity there for the Tigers. Quickly up the field is Gress. Gress with 15 seconds. The Dukes have got to make the most of this opportunity. Here comes Gress. Great pass. Finds number 14 for the JMU Dukes, and that is just what they needed as they head into halftime. Now the score is 7-5. Towson on top with 9 seconds left to play. Big goal there by Meg Pietrowicz. Big goal for the JMU Dukes. And these girls are excited as take a look at number 14, Taylor Gress, quickly up the field, passes it to Pietrowicz, who gets the goal off and finishes there for the JMU Dukes. It's now 7-5, Towson on top. So we mentioned 9 seconds left to play in the first half. We may have just enough time for one more shot, last second desperation heave, if one of these teams is lucky on the draw control. So we will go to that here as it'll be once again Roguski and Ham on the draw here for JMU and Towson. How about that? Big turnover there for the Tigers as they look like they were going to add to this lead right before halftime. And then Taylor Gress taking the weight on her shoulders, running all the way up the field quickly, gets it to her teammate Pietrowicz, who just finishes there and cuts the lead down to 2 now for the Tigers. Official getting this one set off, and we're off. Last 9 seconds. Ham with a quick draw control, and here we go. 5 seconds left, and Ham is going to have a shot from distance. If she takes it, Cha tries to pass it into her teammate. And with that horn, that sounds, and that is going to do it for the first half. So the first half of your 2014 CAA Women's Lacrosse Championship, and the number 1 seed Towson Tigers on top of the 2 seed from JMU is it's 7-5 Tigers on top of the Dukes here. We are going to take a quick commercial break, and we will be right back. Once again, I'm Kyle Ray for CAA.TV. We will be back. Welcome back, women's lacrosse fans. Once again, I'm Kyle Ray for CAA.TV. Got your 2014 CAA Women's Lacrosse Championship going on. Both teams come out of the locker rooms, have a last few words with head coaches Sonia LaMonica and head coach Shelly Clays-Balcom. These teams are back on the field and ready to decide who will win the 2014 CAA Championship and that also-coveted automatic berth in the NCAA tournament. So just how we finished in the first half, taking the draws, it'll be Roguski for JMU and Ham for Towson. So early on, Towson did a great job of getting the draw controls, and then later the JMU Dukes were able to dominate that stat, which led to them taking the statistical category 7-6. So we're off. 30 minutes left to play in this 2014 championship, and we have got to decide who will take home the title on Championship Sunday here on CAA.TV. Quick foul there on the Tigers, and the Dukes will keep the possession as Roguski moves it into play up to Steph Finley. Finley quickly up the field on the left side. Finley working. She has been held quiet here so far in the first half as the co-CAA Player of the Year has not been able to get too many goals. She had one on a free position conversion. So past that, the CAA Co-Player of the Year has not been as dominant as her counterpart in Andy Raymond, who had the hat trick in the first half for the Tigers. So back to action here. We've got Kerwin for the Dukes as she's working right outside the 8-meter line, and now she's pressured out there. Great defense by number 7, Nadia Poto there for the Tigers. Coming up with a loose ball, still has it as Kerwin, and now the Dukes have it up top, and they'll set it up here with Gordon. Gordon working on Ham, tries to get past her defender, cannot. Just dumps it off with Steph Finley. Steph Finley, so dangerous, so quick with her feet. Looking to get in, has a double team come over on her, and now she passes it over to Betsy Angel. Betsy Angel tries to get it to the open teammate Gordon inside the 8. But great deflection there. It's Katie Leach all over it. Smothers that pass and comes up with another takeaway for the Tigers. So now the Tigers quick in transition here. Got to pick up Paige Duncan as she rips that one. Goes wide left, and the Tigers will keep possession as Gabby Cha is on the end line. Take a look at this replay. Number 4, Paige Duncan, the junior out of Annapolis, running hard in transition to get the shot off and misses just wide left there. So now we've got Cha, CAA Rookie of the Year, with it for the Tigers. Tigers with their first offensive possession of the day, looking to see if they can add to this lead as they're currently up by 2. We're just under 28 minutes left to play in the contest. Rohrback doing what she does best, finds Uncle, passing it up to her teammate, and now the Tigers still passing it around. Now with it is Brookhart. Brookhart looked like she was going to take a shot, decides against it. The Tigers will continue to pass it around here. Ashley Rohrback has it, gets it over to Ham. She bobbles it but picks it up. And the Tigers keep moving it around. They are methodical with this offense as they continue to pass it around, look for a great opportunity, and Rohrback may have that here. She's working around the crease, looking, still waits, finds Cha. Now Cha inside the 8. Cha with a quick shot and goal there. Gabby Cha, the freshman, taking that pass from Ashley Rohrback, who is one of the best distributors in the CAA, and Cha finishes well there. She's inside the 8, gets past her defender. Skylar Healy tries to squash it but cannot. The Tigers now on top, 8-5. As Cha goes stick side there on Healy and gives this Tiger team a 3-goal lead with 27-13 left to play in the contest. Big goal there on the first offensive possession for the Tigers as they add to the lead and look to bring home that 3rd straight CAA title. Can feel the excitement down on the field as these girls know how much that means not only to this team but to the university and this head coach as well. So there's still a lot of lacrosse left to play here in the second half, but these Tigers are moving in the right direction now. Mentioned earlier in the broadcast, this regular season matchup between the Tigers and the Dukes went a double overtime. It was a thriller in which the Tigers won 12-11 in that game, and that ended up being the deciding factor for the Tigers getting the number 1 seed overall as both teams finished 4-1 in conference. And now the Tigers, quick draw control there, and they're in the offensive third. Here comes Cha. Cha running quickly up the field, dumps it off with Rohrback. Rohrback has it, and she's going to run behind Cage here. Rohrback looking as the JMU defense is settling. JMU defense trying to get back, and now Raymond. So dangerous inside the 8 is Raymond. She decides to dump it off, and now Towson will just look to set something up here. Cha on the far side with it, leaves it with Rohrback behind Cage. Back up top for the Tigers, and they continue to swing this one around. Great ball control here for the Tigers today as they have done an excellent job of passing it around offensively. And what another great pass there from Rohrback as she finds Uncle cutting wide open inside the 8. Skylar Healy, though, steps on it and deflects that one. So the Tigers are able to come up with that one, and it looks like the ball is poked loose and out of bounds by JMU, so the Tigers will keep it here. We'll take a look at this one as you see Rohrback finding Uncle cutting inside, but Skylar Healy all over it. Big save there for the Dukes as the senior comes up huge, the junior out of Eldersburg, Maryland, comes up huge for the JMU Dukes. So now the Tigers have it back offensively here, and they're looking to see if they can't get another shot off. Rohrback past her defender, but has the ball poked loose there. Number 21, Leah Parata, great job. The senior coming up big, second team All-CAA selection, is able to poke that one loose on Rohrback. and get the ball back to the JMU Dukes offense. Take a look at this one here. Rohrback trying to work past her defender and just swipes it out of her stick there. Great play, as now the JMU Dukes are in the midfield and working, trying to get into the offensive third. There's Verscher. She gets it up to Cross. Cross has it. Being defended tightly. There's Cross. Cross still has it. Trying to find a teammate in the offensive third to dump it off with, but she is having no luck so far. So instead, she will leave it with her teammate, number 19, Casey Starkloff, junior from Bel Air, Maryland. So now finally the Dukes able to get it into the offensive third here, and Steph Finley, the go-to player for the Dukes all season long, has had so many goals this season. She's inside the 8 and does a excellent job of finishing there. She adds to her goal total for the season. Steph Finley, big goal there. That is her 43rd goal of the season. As we take a look at this one, as we were just mentioning, this team is going to need to rely on her to make a comeback here in the second half, and she answers the call there for head coach Shelly Clays-Balcom and makes it 8-6. Towson on top here with 24:39 left to play in the contest. The obligatory stick check there to make sure no illegal pocket, and she is good to go. So the goal will stand, and we will see if the JMU Dukes can get this draw control and try to find another goal, make it a one-goal game. This has not been a one-goal game since the first goal scored by Towson. So Dukes have tried and tried so hard to get back in this one and tighten down that deficit, and they may have an opportunity to do just that here. So now the official clearing everybody off the field, waiting for dust to settle, and looks like there is a violation called on the Tigers, so it's going to be JMU that starts off with a possession here. So in that situation, I believe that the foul carried over as Steph Finley was hit in the head while she scored there, and the goal stands and the foul takes place afterwards because there was a card given. I'm sorry. Card was given on number 15, Kelly Murkey. And now the Dukes working with the advantage. Here's a shot from Amy Roguski, pushed down hard inside the 8 as she rips that shot off. Can't find the back of the net, but the Dukes are on the end line, so they'll keep the possession. Take a look at this. Quick little give and go there as Roguski dumps it off to her teammate, calls for it right back, tries to get the shot off but can't finish there. So now Gordon has it outside the 12, and the Dukes are setting it up offensively here. Dukes trying to make this a one-goal lead for the Tigers. Gordon on the near side with it. She goes up top to Kerwin. Kerwin to Finley, and now Finley tosses it over to Pietrowicz. Here comes Betsy Angel, and Betsy Angel working around the crease, tries to go across the body and finish that shot. Can't do that there. As we take a look at this one, pass coming in from Jackie Gordon, and luckily Pietrowicz is on the end line, so JMU keeps it, and another quick foul here is going to give Steph Finley free position shot to see if she can't convert. Here comes Finley. Finley with a quick shot and conversion. That is the goal that they have been waiting for all day long. JMU now within one goal. They can taste the comeback as Steph Finley converts. Huge free position shot here, and now it is 8-7. Tigers on top with 23:29 left to play in the contest. Take a look at that. Just goes right past Kelsey Donnelly as she puts it up top. Donnelly can't get the stick to it, and Finley adds to that goal total on the season, as that is now 44 goals this year. So absolutely great season for her and this JMU Dukes lacrosse team, as once again she mentioned at the CAA banquet on Thursday night when she received CAA Co-Player of the Year, she wouldn't be here without the help of her teammates and pushing her every day in practice to be better, work harder, and it shows here today in CAA Championship. So we have got another tight matchup here in the 2014 CAA Women's Lacrosse Championship, as it's a one-goal game, and the 1 and 2 seeds are battling it out, just what both coaches asked for, as they knew it would be a dogfight, and that's what you've got here today. So back in the middle on the draw, it will be Roguski and Ham. My apologies. Now we are going to switch back to Hendricks for for the Dukes. So Hendricks and Ham go for that one. And the Dukes trying to get it, fighting, boxing out, and the Dukes come up with it. Dukes have it. Quick pass there, and a great job of just waiting it out, boxing everyone out and getting it for the Dukes. And so now the Dukes have it in the back line as we take a look at this one. A little scrum there as Towson and JMU both working so hard for every possession here. And now the Dukes have quickly worked it into their offensive third as Piatrowitz has it. And she tosses it over to Kerwin. Kerwin is able to corral that low pass, and she's got it up top of the 12. So now Finley goes into Roguski, and ball's poked loose there as Finley had it. Going to see a quick foul called there on the Dukes as they had a little bit of frustration. Finley passes it into Roguski. She cannot get that pass, and so as the ball comes loose, runs over Ham there. Foul called, and the Towson Tigers have the possession now. Ham will be back with this position right here, so Ham quickly working. She's working through a sea of purple as the defense is all over, and now she's having trouble. She's just scooping it around, trying to get it back. And Ham, last second before JMU gets there, gets that one and saves her team from a potential big opportunity for the Dukes there, as they could have scooped that one and had a one-on-one transition for a shot opportunity. So now Tigers back with it, and they're back with Donnelly as she is holding on to this one and looking to clear it here. Donnelly does that, just that. She gets it up to Defoe, and Defoe is running all the way up into the offensive third. She beats her defender, and she is in the offensive third now. So Tigers trying to keep this lead alive. Obviously, they're up by one here, 8-7 with 21:35 left to play in the contest. That is not enough insurance, I'm sure, for head coach Sonia LaMonica, as she needs her team to get another goal here. And ball poked loose. A little bit of a touch foul there on number 21, Leah Parata, as she was trying to get it from Rohrback and could not. So now the Tigers have it back here. And it looks like a little bit of dehydration or something for Kelsey Donnelly, as she's all the way over on the sideline taking a water break. Empty net here for the Tigers. So now Tigers inside the 8. Quick shot and another goal there for Samantha Brookhart, the freshman from Ellicott City. Mount Hebron Prada finishes that one there for the Tigers. Gives them another 2-goal cushion here, as it's now 9-7. Tigers on top with 20:55 left to play in the contest. Big play as we take a look at it here. Nice little head fake, works her way inside the 8, takes the low angle shot and beats Healy there. She could not get her stick on the ground quick enough, and the Towson fans go wild as they take another 2-goal lead here with just under 21 minutes left to play in the contest. So now we have come full circle, as we were going to see the two players who started the game on the draw back to it. So for the Tigers, it will be Katie Leach, and for JMU, it'll be Abby Hendricks. The official making sure that everything is set up perfectly down there. Don't want anybody to have an unfair advantage on these draws, as obviously every possession is valuable at this point in the game. So we are off, and JMU looking like they're going to come up with it, but instead Towson has that one as Samantha Brookhart puts her stick to it and gets fouled. It's Amy Roguski who's going after that one. A little bit too much body there on Brookhart and gets hit with a quick foul call. So now Brookhart is going to be set up with this one for Towson, and she has got a ton of JMU defenders on her, but quickly moves it into the offensive third to Gabby Cha. Cha working with it now. Cha dumps it off with Brookhart, and Brookhart has been a positive addition to this team here today. Obviously, she's been playing at a high level all season long for the Tigers, but in comparison to Friday's matchup against Hofstra, she has been an extreme bright spot here for the Tigers today, doing a great job with her ball control, a great job passing it around for the Tigers, getting things set up offensively. Back to Brookhart up top. Paige Duncan on the left side with it. Great defense there by the Dukes. Uncle now has it up top. Tigers just kind of whipping it around here as they are looking for a big shot opportunity. And here comes a big spin move there by Gilday. Gilday gets it up to number 13. Rohrbeck, and Rohrbeck finds Gabby Cha, CAA Rookie of the Year, and she finishes there. And that's a goal there for the Towson Tigers. Looks like a foul was called on the play, so not quite sure if they're going to actually call this a goal or not. Wait for the call from the officials. No goal. No goal on that one, so it is not 10-7. We have got Gabby Cha, I believe, stepped inside the crease there, so it's still 9-7, and Skylar Healy has it here looking to – Skylar Healy still has it here looking to clear it out to her teammates. So that goal could be a pivotal point in this matchup, as that would have been a 3-goal lead for the Tigers. But another errant pass for JMU and another turnover. Just very sloppy with it in transition right now are the Dukes, as they continue to make some crucial turnovers here in the second half. Do such a great job of working hard to stop this Towson offense, get the ball back, and then once they get into their offensive third, a long pass can't connect, and then they turn it right back over. So a lot of key takeaways here for the Tigers as they are moving into their offensive third now, and Samantha Brookhart continues to handle the ball well here for the Tigers. So now the Tigers will be moving it around the horn, trying to get something going offensively, see if they can't right the ship after having that goal taken away on that last one. So they want to add that right back to the board, I'm sure. Take a look at that, a little bit too aggressive with his stick. It's number 7, Monticello, the freshman, hit with a foul called, and the Tigers keep it right back to action. Gilday working outside of the right inside of the 12, and she is fouled quickly there by Starkloff. So looks like it's actually inside the 8, so she's going to have a free position shot here. Here comes Gilday, ready to take on Healy. Gilday inside the 8, takes the shot. Healy. Great stick save there by Skylar Healy. Continues to show by she's one of the best in the CAA. She comes up big for her JMU Dukes lacrosse team. Big save there as you take a look. Tough shot, but Healy's all over it in the dirt. So now Cross has it, and she's working into the midfield. So the Dukes will be looking to take good care of the ball here and get it into the offensive third, see if they can't score another goal in the second half. Allie Kerwin works past her defender in Poto. Now up top with it is Finley. Steph Finley has it outside of the 12 looking. Nice spin move there, puts her defender down, and she's now trying to get inside the 8. Dumps it off with Pietrowicz. Towson Tigers faithful are cheering the defense on, trying to keep this 2-goal lead, while JMU desperately wants to add another goal, cut down on the deficit here. Pietrowicz behind cage with it. Pietrowicz looking, holding on to it here, being defended by number 14 for the Tigers, Captain Caitlin Sheridan, senior from Ellicott City, Maryland. So now Pietrowicz still holding it here, waiting to get things set up and the offensive play called for head coach Shelley Clays-Balcom. So now we've got it up top with Kerwin. Kerwin holding it outside of the 12. She tosses it over to Gress. Gress inside the 8, gets picked up with a double team quickly. The double team sticking on her. She's got to find the open teammate. Gets over to Roguski. Roguski to Pietrowicz. Pietrowicz with a quick shot and goal. Pietrowicz slaps the ground, gets excited, and this Dukes team is back down with a 1-goal deficit as it's 9-8. Tigers on top. 16:29 left to play in the contest. So we take a look at this one. Great pass. Taylor Gress had the double on her, finds Amy Roguski. Roguski finds the wide open Pietrowicz in the 8, turns and burns that one, finishes there for the Dukes, and gives this Dukes team a little surge of life as it's now just a 1-goal game with 16:29 left to play in the contest. And this JMU Dukes team is not going away. They want this championship badly, and Pietrowicz going to the bench with a lot of slaps on the back there from her teammates, as she has been a crucial piece for the JMU lacrosse team here today. Redshirt senior from Plymouth Meeting, Pennsylvania. Now the JMU faithful getting into it. Excited about what this lacrosse team has done here in the second half. They've just got to keep working if they want to continue to claw their way back into this one. So now on that one, going to give the possession here to the Towson Tigers. Katie Leach wins the draw there. She dumps it off to Brianna Ham. Ham can't handle that one, but she's able to scoop it up on the sideline, falls to the ground, and now somehow from the ground manages to toss it over to a teammate in number 27, Michelle Defoe. Picks up that loose ball, as that was a key opportunity potentially for the Dukes. And how about that? Steph Finley puts her stick in the air, and now she's in transition here. Steph Finley, CAA Co-Player of the Year, one-on-one here. What will she do? Finley inside the 8, quick shot, but no ma'am, says Kelsey Donnelly. Turns away that one. We've got an open cage. Finds Amy Roguski. Amy Roguski shot in the 8, and that's a goal for the JMU Dukes. We got a tie ball game here in your 2014 CAA Women's Lacrosse Championship. 9 goals apiece, 15:38 left to play as we take a look at this. Look at the turnover caused by Steph Finley. Puts the stick in the air, scoops it up, makes it past her defender, and then she's got the one-on-one. As she gets down there on Defoe, she beats her, takes the shot inside the 8. Kelsey Donnelly squashes it out. But smart play by Betsy Angel as she sees Donnelly out of cage, finds Roguski wide open inside the 8, who finishes that one with an easy goal there. So now with a tie ball game, we're going to see a timeout here, the Towson Tigers, and we will be right back with a commercial break after this. And welcome back here on CAA.TV. It is Championship Sunday. You've got your 1 seed Towson Tigers taking on the 2 seed from JMU, and we're all tied up here after this replay here. Take a look at this. Shot deflected, turned away by Donnelly, and as she leaves the cage, Betsy Angel, redshirt freshman, she's been all over it for this JMU Dukes team this weekend, finds a wide open Amy Roguski inside the 8, puts it in the back of the net. We got us a tie ball game here, ladies and gentlemen. 9 goals apiece, 15:38 left to play. And after that timeout, both teams have cleared the benches respectively, and we're ready to decide who's going to take home this 2014 CAA Women's Lacrosse Championship. Remember, tag your tweets, posts, and pics about all the CAA Championship action with the official CAA Champs hashtag. So that'll be hashtag CAA Champs. After you tag it, then check out the official tag board of the CAA Championships by logging on to tagboard.com/CAA Champs. As we move back to action here, it will be Ham and Hendricks, I believe, on the draw. Exciting stuff, as guaranteed, you can only imagine when you've got the 1 and 2 seeds taking each other on for the CAA Championships. You're always guaranteed to have a great matchup, and that is exactly what we've got here today in Williamsburg, Virginia. And the Towson Tigers come up with a draw control here as Ham comes up with that one for Towson. In the back line now, looks like Defoe, the defender, has it, and she's going to toss it over to Donnelly. Donnelly will look to clear it. Roguski trying to pressure on Donnelly now. Defoe working into the midfield, trying to find Gabby Cha, who is right there. And now Cha will get it into the offensive third for the Tigers and set things up once again. As these Tigers trying to get another lead. They've had the lead all day, as this is the first tie we've seen since we started this game. So under 15 minutes left to play in this championship game here, and the Towson Tigers doing everything they can to get the offensive set in, run the play call from head coach Sonia LaMonica. Great ball poked loose there by Allie Kerwin. Foul called, though, as Gilday was trying to come up with it, and it looked like the stick hit her a little too aggressively there. So now Gilday will have this one. Gilday inside the 12. She flips it over to Brookhart. Brookhart Tosses this one over to Cha, and now Cha is trying to find an open teammate. Looks like Towson's going to toss it around the horn here, see if they can't find a great shot opportunity. Great little deep move there by Brookhart. As we mentioned, the winner of this obviously earns the automatic berth in the NCAA tournament as the CAA representative. Towson Tigers have been there the past 2 seasons, and before that, the 2 seasons were the CAA was represented by JMU. And now, behind the back shot there by Rohrback, but great defense by Skylar Healy to knock it down. And looked like JMU was going to come up with a loose ball, but poked loose there by Cha. And now the Tigers are right back to action. Rohrback looking, sees a cutting Brookhart. She is inside the 8, and we're going to see shooting space called here on the Dukes as Allie Kerwin was within that shooting space. And so now Brookhart going to be set up with a crucial free position shot here. Brookhart ready. Stands, does not fire there as she just backs out, decides to get it to her teammate, Brianna Ham. As we were mentioning, we're very much excited about the opportunity for the CAA this season. Both of these teams have been receiving votes almost all year long in the National Women's Lacrosse polls for the top 20. So there is a potential opportunity for 2 representatives to be in for the CAA this season, which would be the first time, I believe, in about 2 seasons. So quick shot there by Gilday, too high, and the Tigers are going to keep it as Rohrback is on the inline with it. Take a look at this one. Gilday inside the 8. Great thought, but just too high there. So now Towson back to work. Andy Raymond gets it back up to Ham, and now it's back with, I'll call her the point guard of this Towson Tigers offense, Samantha Brookhart. Cha working. And obviously JMU on the line for them, looking for their first CAA championship title since 2011. And now the Tigers inside the 8, working quickly, and it looks like a foul going to be called there on the Dukes, as we'll take a look at it here. Brookhart dumps it off to a wide open Uncle who was cutting around the crease inside the 8, and she's fouled quickly there. So now Colby Uncle, number 0, the freshman, is going to be set up with a free position shot. Here comes Uncle. Great quick play there by Parata to get back and get in front of her there. So now the Tigers back out once again, 2 free position shots and no shots taken. So now, smart play though, as they're inside the 8, take the shot. Skylar Healy jumps all over it. Looks like she saves it, but a foul called on the Dukes as Gilday is in the middle, takes the shot. A little too aggressive there on the check, and now Gilday will be set up with the second hash over free position shot. So this is very advantageous, especially if you're a right-handed shooter. So she's got a great opportunity to finish it here. Skylar Healy going to be looked at to step up big for her JMU defense. Here we go. Gilday working quickly, takes another big shot, and it is way high. Great deflection there. JMU defense doing a great job, as you can take a look. Gilday running in, but it looks like Taylor Gress, the very pesky and very quick Taylor Gress, gets her stick on it, causes a deflection, and luckily the JMU was on the in line, so they have the possession now, and now using that speed is Gress. Gress quickly in transition to Roguski. Roguski passes it over to her teammate, Pietrowicz. Pietrowicz takes the shot, but Donnelly, once again, another big save. As we mentioned, she has been the X factor for sure here today for the Tigers. We take a look at this one. Quick transition shot there for JMU. Donnelly is able to get all over it and then have the ball pushed back to her. So now Donnelly pushes it quickly up the field, and the Tigers are into the offensive third as Andy Raymond up top with it, calling out the play to her teammates and trying to get another goal on the board for the Tigers. It's 9 goals apiece with 11 minutes left to play in this 2014 championship final for women's lacrosse in the Colonial Athletic Association. Towson waiting for the teammates to get on the field as they are flying on a couple players to help this offense out, and now they're ready to go. Cha on the far side with it, looking. Now we have got it over with Paige Duncan on the near side. She goes right back to Gilday. Towson looking now, running hard inside the 80s. Brookhart, and what a save there. Big save there by Skylar Healy, but looks like a foul was called before the shot, so it's going to be Brookhart set up. So we take a look at that one. Not sure where the foul is on that one, as I couldn't see it, but could have been shooting space. But it looks like Samantha Brookhart is going to have this free position shot in the far right hash, the 8-meter. And once again, just not great position for the Tigers as they decide to pass that one out. And, hey, that one worked for them, so keep doing what you're doing. As quick little pass around gets it in the middle to Gabby Cha, who turns and finishes that shot for the Tigers. They're on top now, 10-9 with 10:13 left to play in the contest. Great goal as Gabby Cha, CAA Rookie of the Year, continues to pour it on for the Tigers. She's able to get wide open in the middle and just turn and burn that one for the Tigers. So now with a 1-goal lead, the Tigers looking to slow things down for the JMU offensive attack, as obviously JMU has been strong here in the second half offensively. And if they can get this draw control, there's no telling what they could bring to the table. So now in the middle, taking the draw, it looks like we will see, once again, Leach and Hendricks. Leach for Towson, Hendricks for JMU. Now the Duke fans cheering their team on. They're not willing to give up, and neither are these girls, as they are ready to fight to the end in this CAA championship. And now Steph Finley comes up with that draw control as she's done all year long for the Dukes, and quickly in transition is JMU. Here comes Allie Kerwin. She's being defended by 2 players, and she decides to slow things down, as it may have been a fast break opportunity, but smartly Kerwin sees that she did not have the advantageous disposition there, as there was about a 2-on-1 defenders to attackers there, backs it out, and now JMU slowly going to set it up here and try and tie this thing back up. Jackie Gordon, number 24, the sophomore from Groton, Massachusetts. She's got it on the near side, and she is waiting to get this offensive set ready to go as the play is being called in from head coach Clays Balcom. Got Betsy Angel. She is working behind cage with it, being defended there by Defoe. Betsy Angel trying to go one-on-one with Defoe. Not an easy task, as Defoe was a second-team All-CAA selection this year. And now we've got Pietrowicz behind, looking for the cutting teammate inside the 8. They go up top to Allie Kerwin. Allie Kerwin is going to control it outside of the 12. Try to get another goal here for the Dukes. She's going one-on-one against her defender. She sees the isolation, as it is her and number 14, Caitlin Sheridan, the captain for the Dukes. Here's Amy Roguski with a quick shot inside the 8, and it is defended once again. Kelsey Donnelly, take a look at this one. Amy Roguski beats her defender, takes the low-angle shot, but Kelsey Donnelly all over that one. She blocks it away and keeps this 1-goal lead for the Tigers. So foul called there, and the Tigers have it right back. Oh, here's a opportunity for Donnelly, as Roguski was all over her. It looked like it could have been a potential turnover, but Donnelly, smart play there, gets inside the crease, corrals it, and now we're back to action for the Tigers. Donnelly will be looking for the clear here, gets it over to Defoe. Defoe works her way past Betsy Angel. Nice little deke move there. Now she works her way past Steph Finley, and the defender has done her job. She's moved the ball effectively up the field, now leaves it with the attack. Double team cannot handle Andy Raymond, as the head fake puts both of her defenders behind her, but luckily there was a slide there, so the Towson Tigers are going to set things back up. 7 minutes, 35 seconds left to play in the contest. Tigers with a 1-goal lead. Samantha Brookhart back with it. She gets it up to Gilday. Right inside the 8, wide open once again is Cha. But she decides to just easily pass it back out to Uncle and set things back up for this Towson offense. Now with it for the Tigers is Duncan. Tigers just working it around the horn here. waiting for the right opportunity. Don't want to rush anything. Obviously, with a 1-goal lead this time in the game, you've got to be careful with it. So they don't want to turn it over and give this JMU Dukes team another opportunity to tie it up. Here comes Duncan with a quick shot, but Skylar Healy, another big save. Both goalkeepers performing at the highest level right now. As both coaches mentioned, that is what these teams will need to win a championship, and that is what they're getting here today. Skylar Healy, look at that. Just all over it. It's a second-team All-CAA selection. Squashes that one out and says she's ready to keep playing for this JMU Dukes team in a CAA championship. So now Verschure tosses it over to number 1, Alex Revel. Revel takes it, and she is trying to get into the offensive third. She beats her defender there, and she is now inside the offensive third. And a timeout is going to be taken here on the field. See if the JMU Dukes can set up a big play here and tie this ball game back up. With 6:19 left to play in the contest, it's the Tigers on top, 10-9. We'll be right back here on CAA.TV after this quick commercial break. Then the CAA Baseball Championship will be taking place in Wilmington, North Carolina, my hometown, where the Seahawks will be hosting that CAA championship May 21st through May 24th. So a lot of big things coming down the pipe here as the spring sports schedule comes to an end. But we've still got 6 minutes of tight lacrosse left to play here, the 2014 Women's Lacrosse Championship in Williamsburg. Back to action as the JMU Dukes take the timeout, trying to get a goal here with their offensive set. We've got Betsy Angel holding on to it. Tight defense from the Tigers. Redshirt freshman Betsy Angel, CAA all-rookie selection, continues to shine here today for the Dukes. Now behind cage with it is Piatrowitz. Piatrowitz looking. Tried to get it to Steph Finley, cutting through the middle, but decides against it. She is being defended tightly there by number 15, Kelly Murkey for the Tigers. Duke still holding on to it as now Allie Kerwin has it up top, and she will be looking to set the tempo here for the Dukes. Giles with it for the Dukes. Nice spin move there by Giles. And Giles a little bit hectic there with the pass as she tosses it wide left and cannot get it to her teammate Betsy Angel. Just didn't have full control of that one. You could see coming out of the spin move, she tried to just pass it right there on the pivot and could not do that. So she will be pulled out of the game here by head coach Shelly Clays Balcom. And now the Tigers have it back. And with 4 minutes, 45 seconds left to play in the contest, this is going to come down to the wire. So Tigers holding on to it, trying to burn as much time as possible. And they're now working into the midfield as looks like Caitlin Sheridan, senior captain, does her job, gets it up the field, and now the Tigers in the offensive third. Over to Gilday. Gilday has it. Gilday being defended tightly there by Taylor Gress. Gress going to be hit with a foul called, and now Gilday will be set up here. She just dumps it off with Ashley Rohrback. The best distributors in the CAA is Rohrback, as she has it back here. Rohrback with a shot fake there. Toss it over to Brooklyn. Tigers using their time wisely here, looking for a good opportunity, and there is a great pass in the middle. Gilday finds Cha wide open, but Cha felt like she didn't have the opportunity and just decides to pass it off. But there, Ashley Rohrback tries a wild pass to Gabby Cha in the middle, way over her stick. As you can see, Cha loses stick trying to reach for it, and Skylar Healy hustling out of the cage, able to get back and get the possession back for the Dukes. So one of the advantages of Healy being a smaller goalkeeper, as she's one of the smaller keepers in the CAA, is that quickness coming out of the cage and being able to get to the end line for the possession. And so there we've got foul called on Cha as she comes in with a hard check on number 19, Casey Starkloff. So now Starkloff has it. She's into the offensive third. She's looking to dump it off to a teammate. She does just that as she's able to find Allie Kerwin. Starkloff, good job for the Dukes. So here we go. We still got a 1-goal lead for the Tigers, and we're under 3 minutes left to play in the contest. And indeed, as expected, head coach Shelly Clays-Balkum is going to take a timeout once again to talk to her team and see if they can't find a goal to tie this up. So with 2:52 left to play in the contest, it's Tigers on top, 10-9 in your 2014 CAA Women's Lacrosse Championship here on CAA.TV. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break. Welcome back here on CAA.TV. I'm Kyle Ray, your host this weekend for the 2014 CAA Women's Lacrosse Championship. And the play of the goalkeepers late in the second half has been the difference, as both goalkeepers coming up big for both Towson and JMU as these teams are coming down to the wire here in the 2014 CAA Championship. It's still the Tigers on top, though, 10-9, as you've seen great play from Skylar Healy and Kelsey Donnelly. Both representatives, as Healy was a second-team All-CAA selection, Donnelly first-team All-CAA selection. So now we are back to action. Timeout there from Shelly Clays-Balkum for JMU, trying to see if this Dukes team can find another goal, tie this thing up, and maybe watch some free lacrosse here today. I wouldn't mind it. I'm sure you guys at home wouldn't either. So now the Dukes with it. We've got Roguski on the near side with it. She's trying to beat her defender. Roguski working. Dumps it off to Allie Kerwin, and just like that, that is what you take a timeout for, as Allie Kerwin ties this one up. We just talked about the fact that head coach Clays-Balkum wanted to get the right play called there, and she does it, as we are tied up once again. 10 goals apiece, 2:20 left to play in the contest. And this is the only way that these two teams know how to play, as obviously the regular season contest was decided in double overtime. 12-11, Towson was the winner there, and we may see a similar outcome here today. So with that goal, Allie Kerwin, big shot there, as the junior from Pittsford, New York. As we mentioned, first-team All-CAA and a CAA All-Academic team member. Great to see a player like her who's able to do it both on and off the field for the Dukes. So big shot there, as we're all tied up now. And this is what you pay your money for, to come see these kind of games. Number 1 seeded Towson taking on the 2nd seed JMU Dukes. Doesn't get any better than this, fans, as we're back on the draw. And it's Ham and Roguski this time. And looks like Steph Finley was able to come up with it, and a foul called there, so the Dukes have it. Big draw control there. Steph Finley all over that one, and she gets fouled once she gets it. Look at that. Steph Finley working hard. As we mentioned, she was one of the top in the CAA in draw controls this season, and now the Dukes back on offense and into the offensive third here. So with under 2 minutes left to play, the JMU Dukes here with a chance to win it. They have got the potential for the last offensive possession, and let's see what they're going to do with it here. Allie Kerwin just going to hold on to it. You've got to imagine that this JMU team is going to hold it for the last shot. Coach Clays-Balkum telling her team what they need to do to make sure that they get the right play call in here. Literally, Coach Clays-Balkum is standing on the sideline talking directly to Allie Kerwin holding the ball. So we are about to see something big here for the JMU Dukes. And if not, it may be a big save for the Towson Tigers, and it'll be free lacrosse for everyone at home as well as here in the stands today. So almost a minute, just a minute left to play here in your 2014 CAA Women's Lacrosse Championship on CAA.TV. It's been a blast to be here all weekend. As we mentioned, the College of William & Mary hosting the tournament here in Williamsburg, Virginia. They've done a great job, and these teams have done a great job of competing, bringing you guys a ton of excitement at home as well as for the CAA in general. So now the Dukes with it. We've got Betsy Angel as she's taking it behind cage and gets it to Meg Pietrowicz. Pietrowicz dumps it off with Angel. Now Angel looking. We've got 30 seconds left to play in the ball game. So now all fans are on their feet for this one. This is going to be a thriller. So now over to Roguski. 20 seconds left to play. Roguski with it on the near side. She's got to beat her defender here. Roguski running in, and there's a foul called there on the advantage. Roguski with a shot. Hits post. Doesn't make it in the net as Roguski takes a great shot, and the Dukes are back with it. They've got it. Here comes Kerwin. Kerwin looking. Under 5 seconds left to play. Kerwin tries to dump it in the middle, but it's intercepted there by Defoe, and Defoe just tosses it upfield, and the final horn sounds. So with that final horn, we're going into overtime here in Williamsburg, Virginia. All tied up at 10 goals apiece. Take a look at this one. Amy Roguski, great shot. Top post, though, and unfortunately for Roguski, unable to find that last goal and that game winner. So now we will go into overtime here in your 2014 CAA Women's Lacrosse Championship. And we will be right back here after this quick commercial break on CAA.TV. And welcome back here, your 2014 CAA Women's Lacrosse Championship. And for the second time this season, we will see the Towson Tigers and JMU Dukes play overtime lacrosse. The regular season matchup was decided in double overtime, a 12-11 victory for the Tigers. And as we take a look at some highlights here today, that is the big one there, as Betsy Angel able to find Amy Roguski wide open as the goalkeeper Donnelly left net and was able to get the goal there for the Dukes. So big game here. A lot of scoring from balanced offensive attack for both teams. James Madison scoring 3 goals is Stephanie Finley. She's got the hat trick. Roguski's got 2. We've got Pietrowicz with 2 stepping up big, and then Kerwin, Gress, and Angel all with 1 apiece. Assists all over the board. Gress with 2, Roguski with 2, Angel, Kerwin, and Gordon with 1. Towson scoring. So we take a look here at Allie Kerwin with a big goal for the JMU Dukes. Towson scoring has been just as balanced. 3 goals, the hat trick for CAA Co-Player of the Year, Andy Raymond. CAA Rookie of the Year, Gabby Cha, 2 goals, and then 1 goal apiece for Brookhart, Rohrback, Duncan, Leach, and more. The assists on the day, 2 apiece for 2 assists for Andy Raymond, and then 1 assist for Brookhart, Rohrback, and Uncle. 25 shots so far in regulation for the Dukes to 20 for Towson. Ground balls have continued to be controlled by the Dukes as they own that category 17-16. Draw controls also going to the JMU Dukes as they're owning that 12-10 here today. So as the coaches like to call that, the hustle categories going to the JMU Dukes, which that is exactly what they need and what we expected after talking to head coach Shelly Clays-Balcom before today's matchup. She knew that this experienced team was ready to keep the legacy alive and play till the end against this very talented Towson Tigers team. So a lot of free position shots converted here today for the Tigers, for the Dukes, 2 out of 3 for the Dukes, while the Tigers are 0 for 3 on conversion for free position shots today. 25 fouls on the Dukes, 12 for the Tigers. Turnovers are tight as JMU's got 13 and 12 for the Tigers. So overall, obviously, we've got a tie ball game and we're going into overtime. It's a tight matchup. You wouldn't expect anything less here on CAA.TV when you've got the 1 seed and 2 seed playing in your 2014 CAA championship here in Williamsburg, Virginia. And as both teams clear the huddles and are now onto the field, getting the last words of encouragement and advice from head coaches Sonia LaMonica of Towson and Shelly Clays-Balcom of JMU. We're on the field and ready for the draw of this first overtime period. We've got Roguski and Ham. And for those of you who are unaware of the overtime situation, it will be 2 3-minute overtime periods in the first overtime, and then from there it'll be double overtime, which will be sudden death, golden goal. And so we are into action, and we've got Gilday running quickly in transition for the Tigers. Gilday with a wild shot there. Nice rip, almost found the top left corner, but misses just wide left there. Look at that move there. Great job by Gilday getting up the field quickly and working this offense for the Tigers. So now the Tigers on the inline. They'll keep the possession, and they are back with it here. So as we mentioned, this will be a 3-minute first overtime period in the first overtime. We'll see 2 of these, which are not sudden death, so you have a chance to finish the first overtime period with a lead and win it that way. Or if it's still tied up after that, we'll go into double overtime, and it'll be golden goal from there. So Towson working it around the horn. JMU trying to lock down defensively here as Rohrback passes it over to Ham. Back up top to Rohrback. Now it's over to Brookhart. Looks like there's an open space in the middle for the Tigers, but that is closed down quickly by the JMU defense. Brookhart, great job here handling the ball for the Tigers. So now the Tigers, obviously the big thing here is if you win the draw control in this overtime period, I feel like the best idea is to hold on to it as long as possible. Obviously, once you get the best shot opportunity off, take it, but use as much time as possible, burn that down, and now with under a minute 30 left to play in this first overtime period, we're going to see that. And there's a goal, as what a pass to number 0, Colby Uncle in the middle. Takes the shot, the freshman stepping up big in this 2014 CAA championship title game, and she puts the goal in the back of the net. How about that? Colby Uncle gets the pass from Rohrback, the senior, the captain in Rohrback. Passes it into Uncle, and now Towson has the lead 11-10 with a minute 24 in the first overtime period here. They've got that lead, and that is big because now if they can manage to hold on to it from here, they would win this CAA championship title. We'll go back on the draw, and it'll be Hendricks and Ham here on the draw. Hendricks for JMU, Ham for Towson. Take a look there at redshirt senior Ashley Rohrback. Has been all over the place here for the Tigers today, as she has had 2 assists so far on the day. So now the JMU fans trying to cheer their team on as they're down a goal here and want to fight their way back into it. Obviously a tough situation as they feel like they've been fighting back all day long. And Towson almost comes up with that one. Steph Finley fighting for it, and it looks like we're still got a scrum for it, and it is Ham that comes up with it for the Tigers. Ham has it, and she's being defended on the double team here by JMU. Foul called there on Verscher. But great job there. Number 19, Brianna Ham, comes up with a huge draw control for the Tigers, and just a little bit too much there from JMU. So foul called, and the Tigers will hold on to it here. Tigers have it with a minute left in the first overtime period. Rohrback tosses it over to Brookhart. Brookhart waits for the flying Duncan, who's now into the offensive third. Here comes Brookhart. And so the Tigers probably going to look to add one more goal here before the end of the first overtime period with this possession. Brookhart just holding it here. She has done such a good job, the freshman, coming up big in this championship title game today for the Tigers. Now got under 30 seconds left to play in the first overtime period, and it's going to be a last-second shot for the Tigers, I'm sure. Rohrback gets it over to Gilday. Gilday with another shot, and it's high once again for Gilday. She misses there with 14 seconds left to play in the first overtime period. Rohrback with a great pass inside the 8, finds Gilday. A little bit too tall there, and now the Tigers back inside the 8 once again as Andy Raymond fighting there. I'm sorry, that's Colby Uncle. Now it is Brookhart. Brookhart has it, and no whistle. They thought there was a whistle, but no whistle there. A lot of confusion here. And the final horn sounds, and not quite sure exactly what occurred there, but a ton of confusion there. So now it looks like that is going to be the end of the first overtime period, and it is the Tigers on top, 11-10 here. So we're going to set things back up and on the draw, and we will play the second period of the first overtime now, with the Tigers having a 1-goal lead. So how this works is JMU has got to score here and tie it up if they want to find their way into double OT. As you see, Kelsey Donnelly will be relied on heavily here if JMU is able to get down there and get a shot off on her. Have both teams switch the field here. So opposite sides of the pitch for the second overtime period in the first overtime. So now we have got just an absolute awesome matchup here. As we mentioned, the regular season matchup went to double overtime and was decided there by the golden goal for the Tigers, who took that one. And here, Tigers have another lead, 11-10, as we are finishing up this second part of the first overtime. So now on the draw, it will be Ham and Hendricks, and now the Dukes come up with this one. So big draw control there for the Dukes as Abby Hendricks does a great job on the draw. And they are now into the offensive third, but that pass is too high. Lexi Cross cannot come up with it, and this now becomes desperation time for the Dukes. Dukes have got to play pressure defense here. They have no choices. The Tigers can play keep away and run out the clock if possible. So now running on the back line is Sheridan, and we're going to see a timeout called here by Towson, I believe. A lot of pressure there by the JMU Dukes defensively. So looks like a timeout is called here. Yep, as we take a look here at this pass. Tried to get it to Lexi Cross, and once again, just a little bit too high. Couldn't get her stick to it, so Tigers come up with a big key takeaway there as they've got the lead in this last overtime period of the first overtime. So with that timeout, we will take it with them, and we'll be right back here after the commercial break on CAA.TV. And we are back here with your 2014 CAA Women's Lacrosse Championship, trying to decide who is going to take home the title and the automatic berth in the NCAA tournament. Obviously, 13 automatic berths are out there for the taking and 13 at-large berths. So both these teams at this point in the season considered bubble teams, and they need this automatic berth here with the championship title to go ahead and get in there, as well as bring home some more hardware to their team and university. So now, after the timeout on the field, Towson is going to have it, but they are in a tight spot as they have got the very tough pressuring defense of the JMU Dukes all over them here. It'll be Pietrowicz and Finley all over Sheridan. Sheridan running very hard, but Pietrowicz and Finley. Nice move there by Sheridan as she gets past Finley. Finley is going to try to hawk her down here and scoop it loose, and Finley does just that. Big play. Kerwin has got to come up with it. Kerwin scoops up that ground ball, and here come your Dukes. The Dukes are back at it in the offensive third. Towson's got to tighten up defensively here as we've got under 2 minutes left to play, and this is going to be a deciding offensive possession here. And we're going to take a look at that replay as Steph Finley, CAA Co-Player of the Year, absolutely hunts down Caitlin Sheridan, knocks the ball loose and gets it back. That key takeaway for the JMU Dukes as they've got one more chance to put a goal in the back of the net and find themselves in double overtime against the number 1 seed Towson Tigers. So with that timeout from head coach Shelly Clays-Balcom of JMU, we're going to take it with them. We'll be right back here on CAA.TV after this quick commercial break. So back to action here, Championship Sunday in Williamsburg, Virginia, and we've got a tight one. We're in the last overtime period of the first overtime here in your 2014 CAA Women's Lacrosse Championship, and we are about to either find ourselves in another session of free lacrosse or be crowning the Towson Tigers CAA champs potentially. So with about a minute 40 seconds left to play in this period, we have now got the Dukes taking the timeout. Coach Clays-Balcom calling another play in there, trying to get the Dukes with another opportunity to score. And here's Betsy Angel. Great pass there from Kerwin to Angel. Now Roguski dumps it off. Here's Pietrowicz, and Pietrowicz. Great pass from Roguski, the senior. And Coach Clays-Balcom calls it right there because the Dukes tie it up with a minute 24 left, and we are all knotted up at 11 goals apiece here in your 2014 CAA Championship title game. Wow, what a play there. As we look at the replay, Betsy Angel just curls it over to Amy Roguski, finds the wide open Meg Pietrowicz, who puts it in the back of the net. Kelsey Donnelly unable to save that one, and this JMU bench erupts as that is a huge play there with just a minute 24 left to play in this overtime period. So big play for the Dukes as they are fighting tooth and nail to get back into this one and try and get into double overtime. That double overtime period, if necessary, will be golden goal. Obviously, Towson's got an opportunity here to get this possession back. Either team does get the draw control and put away a game-winning goal here. So we are going down to the wire once again. Neither team willing to give up. It's going to be a battle to the end. spoke with both coaches before, and both of them said the same thing. These teams with the experience and with the heart and winning attitude that they've instilled in them, they knew that they would never give up and keep fighting till the end. So this is big here for both teams, as this draw control could potentially decide who takes home your 2014 CAA title. Officials having a quick discussion here, as on the draw it's going to be Hendricks for JMU and Ham for Towson. Now the discussion has extended here, and it looks like we are going to have an illegal substitution called here. Some confusion, as now head coach Sonia LaMonica sprints over to the officials while they're talking with head coach Shelly Clays-Balcom to make sure she is on top of it as well. So it appears that the call is going to give Towson the possession starting off here, so we will not see a draw. Once again, a lot of confusion and not being able to hear down on the field what's going on with the officials in their discussion, just speculating here. Either way, Towson going to be starting off with this possession here. And this is a great chance for them to take home their third straight CAA title if they can put away another last-second goal. It took that on Friday against Hofstra as Andy Raymond, CAA Co-Player of the Year, tucked away a big goal with 8 seconds left to play to put the Tigers in this championship game. And let's see what they do with it here. Now the Tigers into the offensive third. They dump it off up top with Gabby Cha. Cha has it, and now it's over to Brookhart. Brookhart going to slow things down, and we have now got 1 minute left to play in this overtime period. Brookhart with it. Back over to Gilday. A lot of open space inside the 8 there for the Tigers as they continue to move it around. This defense has got to slide well and has got to pick up if they want to keep this Towson Tigers team from finding a late goal here. And now Cha working with it. Cha working with it right now as number 1, Alex Revel, picking up. And there's the shot there for the Tigers. Gilday takes it and puts it away. Great pass as they find Gilday cutting through the middle, and she scores with 34 seconds left in this contest. Take a look at your replay here. Gabby Cha, quick assist over to Gilday, wide open inside the 8, and that cannot happen if you're the JMU Dukes, as she puts that one away on Skylar Healy, and it's now 12-11 with 34 seconds left to play in the contest. Towson fans have erupted with elation here, as they are extremely excited with that big last second goal here with just 35 seconds. Once again, Tigers making it very interesting for their fans here in Williamsburg as well as watching at home, as they love to keep the excitement high and wait till the end to score these goals. So now back on the draw, we have got Ham and Hendricks. So big draw control here. Tigers come up with it, and Gabby Cha has it. They pass it off to Defoe in the backfield, and this could do it. The JMU team has got to send everyone back as Defoe is running away frantically from the defense. And here comes JMU. They've got the defense on Defoe, but she is past everyone. They are playing keep away, and with 14 seconds left, it's not looking good for the Dukes. Still playing keep away, and now it's back to the goalkeeper, and this is going to burn a lot of time off. 5 seconds left, and she's just going to sit on it. So with that, the Towson Tigers, triple titles for the Tigers as the 2014 CAA Women's Lacrosse Championship comes back home to Towson, Maryland, and Towson University. So for the third straight year, these Tigers and head coach Sonia LaMonica finish this one in yet another thriller against the JMU Dukes. Same score as we saw the finish in the regular season between the two teams. It's 12-11. Towson takes the title. Both head coaches, Sonia LaMonica and Shelly Clays-Balcom, shake hands in the middle of the field. And now we will get prepared here for the CAA title presentation and awards ceremony. So what a game. Nothing less than what we expected as the number 1 and number 2 seeds come into this big matchup here for the 2014 CAA Women's Lacrosse title, and they give you everything they had here today on CAA.TV. So we're going to take a quick commercial break here, and then we're going to toss it down to Tim McDonald, who's going to have an interview with the head coach, Sonia LaMonica, of the new 2014 CAA champions. So we'll be right back here after this quick commercial break on CAA.tv.
Three-peat, I don't know if you guys realized that yet, how special that is, just to know that the Towson legacy continues with 3 straight champions. It's not an easy thing to do.
It's so awesome because I think we're the only team that has done it, so it's just an awesome feeling for us.
And not bad as a redshirt senior.
Exactly, yes.
Michelle, what did you see there in that goal? I know you guys scored early in the first overtime, and then in the second period of the first overtime, what happened? How did you see that space?
I don't know. 2 girls kind of got hung up, so I just cut through and was wide open.
What was the talk going into overtime, knowing you guys have played JMU in overtime once this season, but knowing this is a bigger stage just for the CAA title?
Well, we came out really strong, and it was nice to continue to play strong and play as a team together, and we just finished strong together, which is awesome.
Everyone in the CAA knows Towson's resume. I know you guys are probably going to be looking forward to the selection show tonight. How excited are you to know, just knowing in the back of your mind, you're already set in stone, you just have to wait to find your opponent?
It's definitely going to make that ride home a lot more fun, so we can all just look forward to getting home and watching the selection show and seeing where we're headed next.
All right, well, a huge win for the Tigers, and we wish you the best of luck in the NCAA tournament.
Thank you.
Coach LaMonica, if I could talk to you real quick, could you just give us a couple comments, 3 state championships for the Towson Tigers.
Yeah, it's certainly a great achievement for our program. I'm also proud of these girls, all the hard work they've put in through the year, and to come out on top despite having that big target on our backs, and to pull out a tight contest once again is really a testament to their character and you know, how hungry they were for it still, which is great.
Did you know that your team still had that confidence going into overtime that they were going to pull it out?
I mean, look, yes, you've got to know that when you step out on the field that you own this field, not in a cocky way, but in a confident way. And we've been here before, so we have that experience. I think that works in our favor, but, you know, it's not going to happen for you. They got to make it happen, and they did.
All right, Coach LaMonica, go celebrate with your team.
Thank
Congrats
you so
again.
much. Thank you.
Send it back to you guys.
Andy Raymond had 2 big assists. Rohrbeck also had 2. Brookhart, Shaw, and Uncle also added assists for the Tigers. Shots were won by the Dukes 26-24. Ground balls also won by the Dukes 18-17. Towson ended up coming back strong there in the overtime period to win the draw controls 14-13. Big saves, as we mentioned, 8 saves on the day for Kelsey Donnelly, and that's the X factor that Shelly Clays-Balcom made note of as she spoke to me before the game and told me that she knew that the play of Towson's goalkeeper could be the difference maker in this game and in this title here today. Fouls, JMU a little bit too aggressive as they had 27 fouls, only 12 for Towson, and turnovers were very close. JMU 14-13 for Towson. So great game overall, great season for the CAA women's lacrosse as you see the girls out there receiving their awards for the all-tournament team here. And we continue to thank the College of William & Mary for hosting the tournament this weekend. Did such a wonderful job with their facilities and staff here. So great job by them as they close things out here this season at Martin Family Stadium in Williamsburg, Virginia. Taking a look there at Andy Raymond with CAA Commissioner of Championships, Samantha Barrett. So just doing a great job here overall. CAA staff, it's a beautiful thing to see these championships come to fruition. A lot of hard work, a lot of effort, and now we are about to award the CAA championship to Towson University as we take a look at the Towson team clapping, and unfortunately for JMU, they will go home empty-handed once again from the CAA title game, but have no fear. This is a legacy that the JMU Dukes have created in Harrisonburg, and they will look to be back next year in this game once again. So as we present the 2014 CAA Women's Lacrosse Championship to the Towson Tigers, Towson University. So we mentioned this is their 3rd straight CAA title, and the captains for Towson, it'll be Andy Raymond, Ashley Rohrbeck, Caitlin Sheridan, and Kelly Murkey. What a great class there as they go out to accept the award and accept the championship for this Towson Tigers team. And can't talk enough about Sonia LaMonica head coach of Towson, and her staff, as they've done a great job all season long. Great competition, not only in conference but out of conference. And now the celebration begins for Towson. The team is going to hoist the title up and enjoy the ride home back to Maryland. So for all of the production staff here with the CAA this week, I'm Kyle Ray. It's been a great weekend, and I believe that we are going to wrap it up here on CAA.TV. Your 2014 CAA Women's Lacrosse Championship goes to Towson University. The Tigers take their third title in a row. Until next season, I'm Kyle Ray. Have a great weekend.